The Antidote to Arrogance. April 15, 2014. If we are to speak truthfully and honestly, you know there is no bliss in arrogance. Sometimes the ones that have been given too much are rich with arrogance, and the people closest to them suffer as a result. Arrogance only serves the individual. Those that are arrogant consistently assume that their views, opinions, and anything else they say, share, and think are truth. Instead of being self-assuring, someone who definitely knows their strengths and weaknesses, a person who displays arrogance will never admit they have limits, and many times an arrogant person will take delight pointing out flaws in others. It is important to remember, imperfections are a part of your makeup. You are a balance of perfection and imperfection. An arrogant person truly fears that one day their true self will be exposed, and what will be discovered is a vulnerable shell, used to cover up the emptiness they have been hiding. An arrogant person will always see themselves before anyone else. Before giving respect and appreciation to others, the one who demonstrating arrogance demands respect and appreciation. The arrogant person who is prone to being dismissive is known to having problems maintaining healthy relationships because they are too busy worshipping their already huge ego and feeling of self-importance, and often seeing others as less worthy. Even though there are many dear souls aspiring to be enlightened, to grow and to become more knowing, more knowledgeable and more spiritual, there are many that have not learned to overcome their arrogant ways, and to accept that all people are considered equal and worthy of respect, appreciation, compassion, and love, just to name a few. Sometimes what we observe is when you are in the company of someone who is expressing arrogance, you yourself respond arrogantly, and sometimes in the form of self-doubt and sometimes in shyness. Because your emotions are being tested when being confronted with someone who is arrogant, you may find yourself exploding with resentment or anger, or you may even find your calm demeanor break, and find yourself spiraling in your own shadowy well of limitations and weaknesses. Unless you are able to pull yourself out and regain control of your mental and emotional faculties, you are capable of infecting others with your negative energy. We are positive you have been in the presence of someone who demonstrates arrogance, even someone on the spiritual path. Spiritual arrogance takes on different forms. Someone who displays spiritual arrogance will boast their progress that is filled with egoic pride because they may have a couple spiritual experiences. Or they may exaggerate their success just to try to fit in with others who have had monumental experiences where just their presence alone speaks of spiritual maturity and spiritual essence. Regardless of the reasons, the spiritually arrogant person wants to be the special one above all others. They want the attention to be all for them. We are positive you have met a couple along your journey already. Their outward behavior will be obvious, but their inner self-image will be contained. A spiritual teacher that comes across arrogant will be recognized by how he or she treats their students. A teacher that ridicules, or is prone to harsh judgment and criticism, are character traits of a teacher imbued with arrogance. Another form of spiritual arrogance is aggressive preaching, forcing their beliefs and ways onto others, possibly intimidating other people with threats that God will not save them or heal them unless they follow their way, and only their way is the right and divine way. By now we are also positive that you have concluded that there are many diverse and interesting paths and ways to follow that will bring you to the heart of God, and none of them are wrong. You may be raised a Christian but find yourself drawn to Buddhism or Sufism. Both ways and beliefs are transforming and effective ways to heighten your path and bring you into the arms of God. The path that is best for you is found when you follow the directions of your heart, not from being browbeaten by someone who is looking for attention and to have their ego stroked. Maturity will bring respect to all people of all faiths and spiritual practice. Time is meant to be your friend, not your foe. No matter the form of arrogance that is being displayed, what is actually happening is the covering of their true spirituality and identity, because arrogance tends to fill any internal emptiness with ego instead of permitting that emptiness to flourish into humbleness. You can free yourself from arrogance when you purposely take the time to observe yourself in all your many aspects. Self-observation may only provide glimpses of how arrogant behavior affects others that are around you at first, but gradually that glimpse becomes larger as you allow yourself to see how emotional and exaggerated your assumptions are of yourself. The more you see yourself as being at the same level as others, not higher, not lower, just the same but with different gifts and abilities, then you have discovered your own antidote to arrogance. Then you are able to let go your fear of being an ordinary person and allow yourself to just be. When you are living a full gentle life that is not arrogant and without aggression, you are able to see the brilliance and divinity in others, the earthly world around you and in the universe. You are able to cultivate a pure-hearted perception of the world around you and of the universe above you. You are able to appreciate the effort of the tiniest sprout of grass that pushes through the soil after a long cold winter, and you are able to appreciate the beauty of a gently buzzing bumblebee as it goes from flower to flower feeding on its nectar. Living without arrogance allows you to see the world in a spectrum of color, not just in black and white with shades of gray in between. Every day you are greeted with new things, new ideas, and you are able to accept these new ways as part of your growing and developing repertoire of experiences that are meant to help you evolve into the next stage of your journey. Remember, dear ones, wherever your feet take you, reveals so much beauty, so much information and so much to be thankful for. The world is a very interesting place when you can step forward without arrogance. Shrug off your arrogant ways and embrace all the glorious wonders the world has for you to meet and greet. Whatever crosses your path is meant for you to experience. If where you are right now is experiencing rain or snow, then look at how nature is responding to this. Instead of seeing the dismal gray of the rain or the bleakness of more snow, look at the ground, the leaves, or the needles of the trees, and how beautiful they are when they are dripping with rain or their branches are carrying armloads of snow. There is no complaint, not worry, the trees and the rest of nature simply waits. Knowing the weather is never long-lasting, that the sun will come out and warm their roots once again and bring healing and growth. You are greeted with fantastic opportunities each day. We encourage each of you to take the time to observe yourself and to seize the now moment to bring changes to ways that have limited your growth and development. Let go of the need to be in the center of attention, find yourself fascinated by all that you already have, and by all that is yet to come. Be fascinated with what nature has to teach you that you can implement into your own ways of being and living that is not hurtful, judgmental, or even arrogant. Without arrogance you are able to appreciate the world, even your own personal life, as being vivid, bright and beautiful, full of vivacity that is always providing, always giving. See, dear ones, from your heart. Give yourself so much love that sharing the overflow becomes second nature. I am Ascended Master, Morya, through Julie Miller. spiritualnetworks.com